Welcome to Blue Talks.
Well, I gotta say, some days I just don't have it. And I feel the weight of it, the pressure to succeed, to perform, to be all that I can be. And we all feel that in our lives from time to time. We wonder, are we good enough? Are we successful? How can I present myself to be more, to be part of this movement where we compare and we see everybody out there and we're like, they're so successful. What about me? Am I successful? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel the weight of it. It's a burden to perform, to be successful. Well, I know that we've all felt this way. But what is the definition of success? Is it wealth? Is it fame? Is it beauty? Is it accomplishments, credentials? What is success? Well, I've had all these questions in my mind for a long time, and I thought, what is success for me? How can I redefine that so I don't have those days where I feel less than? So I feel that I am enough. Because with that pressure to succeed and to perform, we can feel that way. We can feel that we are not enough, that everything we've done is not enough, that I as a person, that you as a person are not enough. So I developed this framework with the word success, and I use it as an acronym. And I can easily share with you the steps to redefine success for yourself using this framework. One of the things that is important to me, and I'm sure it's important to you, is to be connected and in this community. And Blue Talks is doing that for us today. So I thank you for being here with us today, and I hope you'll join me on this journey through the definition of success and redefine it for yourself. Because honestly, who does define it? Who gets to define success? Me? You? Society? Well, I'm tired of the comparison. I'm tired of feeling that I haven't made it. So I'm here to share some of these concepts with you. The first one I'd like to share is I use the word success as the acronym. So the first letter in success is S, right? To me, success, that is simplify. So I simplify my life in ways that can take that pressure off, okay? A walk, a cup of coffee, sometimes a nap is the way to simplify, because the days can be chaotic and the days can be filled, and it can feel like a rat race, and it can feel like a competition. But if we simplify, it helps me get from chaos to control. So with simplify, you'll hear it throughout my talk. I go back to it frequently because it helps ground me. Okay. One of the ways that I can simplify my life in the moment is to take the day, not one day at a time, but one moment at a time. I break it down to that simple. Okay. I take my day one moment at a time, and in order to get from chaos to calm. Because if I'm living in uncontrolled chaos, that doesn't feel very successful. But when I have control and I can simplify, that equals success for me. So you can think of some ways that you can simplify your life. And in that moment, have success come to you through that process. So think about some ways, like, so for me, I was saying a cup of coffee or a walk, but try to think of some ways you can simplify your day so that you can feel successful. And we'll go through that a little bit later too. The next letter in success is U. This is one of my favorites. It stands for undo. And I want you to think about some ways when I'm explaining what you can undo in your life to move forward. So can you say no to some obligations? Maybe you're on 4 or 5 committees. Well, they're all probably serving a great need in the community. But how are they serving you? You may need to undo a commitment. Also, you can undo something like if you in a job and it's not fulfilling, you, believe it or not, you can undo your job. You can reinvent yourself. You can start a business. You can take a step forward. You can take a step back. Undoing something in your life that's not working for you is important. Because you can have a list of many, many obligations, many, many thoughts, many, many friends, people pulling at you all the time. And it's beautiful to be there for people. But undo something in your life that's not working, and that will also help simplify, and that will also help you feel successful because you're not constantly busy. And we need to change that narrative from glorifying being busy. So think about undoing something in your life that will make your life more manageable and you'll feel more successful. And align it with your values. Align it with your impact. Think about those things as we're going forward. The next C for me is create and celebrate. When I'm creating, I am, so fueled. I don't need to eat. I don't need to sleep. It's a blessing and a curse, but I love creating social media content, my blog, my podcast, a TV show, writing a poem. I love creating. And that fuels me. So that's good to have something in your life that is very fulfilling to you. And then I like to celebrate. And I know we all celebrate weddings, anniversaries, graduations. Today at Columbia University, big day for graduation. But also keep in mind to celebrate the small things. So in my home, we celebrated my youngest when he didn't fail math. That was a celebration for us, okay? We celebrate getting your braces on. We celebrate you got a new pair of glasses, a new job. We celebrate new beginnings. And sometimes new beginnings come from what we might perceive as failures. But new beginnings are steps to success. So create and celebrate frequently. And you can celebrate Saturday morning. You can celebrate, I like to celebrate when we open our porch at the first sign of spring. It's all a celebration. Count it all joy. The next C for me is connection and community. And think about some ways that, going back to the other C, that you can celebrate things in your life and then join me here in connection and community. All right? I kind of crave connection. I kind of crave that community environment. I also crave my connection to Christ. I am aligned with the Word, and I am aligned with the purpose of loving and serving and creating connection and being involved in community. I happen to serve on an international disaster assistance relief team. But there's so many other ways besides that to connect and be part of community. One of the ways is in your own home. You can serve in your own home. You can provide opportunity in your own community. Maybe it's joining the PTA, or maybe that's a little too much. But maybe you can go down to the public library and read a story to the children there. Maybe you can volunteer at the soup kitchen one day a month. There's many ways to be part of your community, and that connection not only provides benefit for the community, it provides fulfillment for you, and you can feel connected, and you can feel a part of something bigger than yourself. And in being part of something bigger than yourself, that's success. The next letter for me is empower. Now, I've spoken a lot about women's empowerment, but it bears repeating here. We are not here for your entertainment. Women are powerful, women are empowered, and we need to be seen, and we need to be heard, and we need to be on every stage. When I think about empowerment, I think about not only how I can empower others, but how I can be empowered. And one of the ways for me with empowerment is to be there for people and be sure that they're heard. Be sure that they have a voice and visibility, and that we are creating that impact together. Now, think of some ways that maybe you've been empowered in your lives, and think about some ways you can empower others in their lives. It's a beautiful way. It goes back to that connection and that community. But empowerment is very important to be able to feel successful and move forward in your next steps. Next is societal impact. I can think of no greater way to measure success than our impact on society. There are, again, big and small and everything in between, different ways to impact society. So for me, the impact is in the work that I do. I am a registered nurse. I do serve all over the country, providing healthcare, humanitarian aid, and providing hope. But we all can do something to impact society. We can do it together. So if you need ideas on that, see me after, because I have a lot of ideas on how we can impact society together as a whole and also individually. The last S stands for support. Now, I know it's pretty easy for us to give support. We're all givers, right? We're innately givers. But what about being supported? What about, instead of always being supportive to someone, which is a beautiful thing, and there's many ways to be supportive, and it a lot of times looks just like this. I'm here for you. Come on in. I've got you, you've got me. Let's figure this out together. But make sure that you make time and you accept the support of somebody else. Don't be afraid to ask for support, and don't be afraid to receive it. Again, we can easily give it, but let's be on the receiving end. Let's be there for each other, okay? So think about some ways, not only that you can be supportive, but you can be supported, and don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid to be that's also very empowering, to ask for support and to have others support you. One thing, I know I've been talking about the letters, but one thing, and steps to take. One thing I want us to take a step back from is comparison. Make that your letter C to take out of the equation of success. Comparison steals your joy. Comparison steals your drive. Comparison steals your bravery to take that next step. So I'd like you to consider leaving that out of the equation. Leave comparison out of your success formula, please. And I want to give you a call to action. One of the ways that I can support you is by inviting you to be part of the Celebrating Women community. And think about how you can invite others into your community. Opportunities are everywhere. We need to say yes to them. Unapologetically, be yourself and be there and show up and say yes. The more you do it, the better you'll be, time and time again. So show up, say yes, be there for each other, and let's recap. Simplify, undo, create and celebrate. There's a lot of C's there, but that's okay because we're taking out comparison. Connect, be part of your community, empower one another. Remember different ways to impact society. Society impact this community that we're creating. Support one another. And my call to action to you is to believe in yourself. And if you're feeling a little shaky, it's easy enough to find somebody who believes in you and wants to give you that opportunity, take you by the hand, not reach back and bring you up the ladder they already climbed. No. Look for the people who are going to grab your hand and go beside you and travel with you on your journey towards success. Accompany you on your journey towards success. So again, I would like you to think about ways that you can align success with your values. Align success with your purpose. Align the definition of success for you to be part of who you are so that you can feel successful. When it's aligned with your values and it's aligned with your impact and you take out comparison, you'll see you're actually more successful than you think you are. Again, the call to action, and I just want to say thank you, and here's to your success.